And it looks like we're live for the Friday Night Strike. Yeah, I know. I'm an hour late. I'll fill you all in the details once people start jumping in. But I'm here eating my dinner and hanging out with Friday Night Strike. So, anybody wants to jump in, just give me a holler via email. I'll send you a link. You can jump in. We'll hang out. Otherwise, I'm going to sit here and eat my food. Didn't want to run errands today, but I did that anyways. Wes, 10 millimeters out there. How's it going, Wes? I know I'm late. Sorry about that. It's good that you're good. Good. No waiting for anybody else to jump in. So, Kingpin, check your emails. And yeah, so anybody have anything they want to talk about? Any questions, comments? Anything you guys want to talk about tonight? Because I don't particularly have anything to talk about tonight. This is pretty much just me spitballing tonight, just like always. That's what the Friday Night Strike is about, where we have a conversation with the chat on the YouTube side and just kind of hang out. There are links out there. If anybody wants one, just email me. I'll send you a link. Other than that, not much is going on my side. Just dealing with family, like always. So what's going on? Anything new? There is the Kingpin. What's going on, Dave?
What's going on, Night Strike? How are you today, man?
I'm doing good. And 10 times shooters out there. What's going on, 10 times shooters? I'm eating my food right now and just kind of hanging out. I was supposed to start this at 6, but yeah, I just spent 3 or 4 hours at the medical center, which is attached to the hospital, because my grandmother had an appointment today, which nobody told me until the last minute, so I had to rush down there. So
there's a lot of red tape to go through with, the virus and all that crap.
Yeah, a hell of a lot of red tape. So I am not happy. Not happy at all. No. Because I haven't eaten anything all day, and what I'm eating right now is the first thing I've eaten today.
What you having?
I got some General Tso's chicken from the local Chinese place.
Cool. Is it good?
It's delicious. Maybe one of these days I'll do a review. I'll start branching out. I'll start doing a review on all the food, fast food places I go to around the city. I'll pull a Midnight Range TM or a Travis P11 and just put it on my B channel.
Yeah, 100,000 subscribers overnight.
Right? Hmm. This is delicious.
It's funny. I had Chinese food like 2 or 3 days ago, and then
Yeah.
Druscifer said that his woman made some shredded barbecue.
Oh
And
man, I love shrimp barbecue.
we had pulled pork 2 days ago.
Man, you guys are eating right. I tell you.
Yeah, we usually do okay for dinner. Lunch and breakfast that's on you, but we usually have a regular dinner every night.
Right. The one thing I never forget when I go and get Chinese food is I never forget getting an egg roll. If I'm just buying it for myself, then I just get one. If I'm getting for multiple people, then I'll get a couple egg rolls.
Yeah, you gotta have the egg roll.
Right?
Some duck sauce to go on top of it. So maybe some Tabasco sauce. Tina
Uh,
someone said that they're having grilled cheese with bacon. Very nice.
mm, that's a connoisseur right there.
Indeed.
Crab ragoon, that's pretty good too.
What's Rangoon?
Mm. Well, since we're on the internet, why don't we look it up?
Let's do that. I'll look it up while you're eating.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to keep up with the trap.
Rangoon. It says Yangoon.
Rangoon. Oh, they take crab meat and they basically bread it and deep fry it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a crab meat egg roll.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty good. I've had that. Some of them have a little different like breading or whatever you want to call it, what they're wrapped in, but those things are pretty good.
Definitely, definitely.
When rabbit and kangaroo love each other.
Drucifer, we know that's not true.
I don't know. Do we know that's not true? I don't know that that's not true. You calling Drusifer a liar? So that's my friend right there. Don't talk bad about him.
I hate to take issue with you, but I am gonna have to call him a liar on that one because that is not what that is at all.
I guess that would be like the jackalope or something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, something closer to that.
I don't know. I'm sticking with true. I trust him.
I haven't had General Tso's chicken in a long while. This is really good.
I used to get it back in the day, like when you'd go hang out at the mall.
Yeah.
You could always get that giant plate of Chinese food at the mall.
Hmm. But when I would go and hang out at the mall, I wouldn't get General Tso's because you can get General Tso's anywhere. The thing we get at the mall, the one I went to all the time, was the orange chicken.
Yeah, yeah, that was a good one too.
The orange chicken is where it's at the mall.
Yeah, I have to concur with that. Well, I don't
Well,
know. Did you guys have Mama Elardo's pizzas?
no, we had Saberos.
So you got the big, thick Sicilian style, not that Chicago bull crap, but like
Yeah,
thick pizza.
the
Yeah,
thick
heck yeah.
Sicilian slice. Where the triangle is bigger on the bottom than at the tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. F and H said he just finished eating ice cream cake from Cold Stone. Those places are good. That's
Now that's
if
cold.
you got a cold.
No,
Go ahead.
no, we're just gonna say Cold
Yeah,
Stone makes some awesome ice cream.
yeah. I like watching them do it too with that little ice block that they use and mixing it all together.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You got any plans for the weekend?
After this, probably do some German strudel gameplay with Matt and the crew.
Right.
You know, it's kind of our ritual these days. You know, hang out, play video games, and, you know, do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Keeps you out of trouble.
Yeah, right?
Doesn't really cost a whole lot.
No. I already have to have a decent computer capable of playing video games just to do my video editing. So why not?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the initial investment, whether it's a computer or a PS4 or whatever, and then the video game itself, unless somebody else has got it, once you get past the initial investment, just like pretty much anything else, you know.
Yeah. I mean, we got Walter Davis is out there hanging out now. We got Joe Zawala out here. How's it going, Joe? Haven't seen you in a little while. How you doing, buddy?
I'm pretty sure his name's
Ziola? Okay, Joe Ziola. Sorry, Joe. My fault. I apologize. We got DTemp62 out there. So, you know, glad you guys have showed up. We're just kind of sitting here. I'm eating my dinner. We're sitting here just hanging out, talking about food and just, you know, kicking back. I mean, if Kingpin wanted to, I would tell him to go get a beer and just sit back and hang out.
I got a Coke right here and an iced tea right here, so I'm good.
Well, there you go. There's your drink. You know. So we're just kind of hanging out.
I got my mic open, so you gotta hear me stomp all over my keyboard too.
Yeah, mine is too. So sorry, guys. We got Two Gun Kitty out there. Gun Loving Grandpa's out there. How's it going, buddy? How you doing, Buck?
He did a live show. Well, not really a live show, but he did a live video. Like,
He did.
I think it was like 2 days ago. At the range when he was at his range setup, doing some shooting.
Doesn't he have a backyard?
Yeah, he's got a pretty cool little setup. If you go back and look at some of his older videos, like he made like an obstacle wall, like where you can stand and shoot, you can kneel and shoot, and then you got to lay down and shoot. And then he's got steel targets that he sets up.
Yeah.
Two Gun Sick Kitty said he's got a range video coming soon.
Awesome! I can't wait to see it. Because believe it or not, you know, Two Gun Video Kitty, he doesn't do a lot of videos. He does videos every now and then, and I've kind of been asking him to do more videos because he did a review on one of those mag loaders. Because I was actually looking at getting one because it was an AR mag loader he did a review on, and I was looking at getting one.
Yeah,
I'd love to see more videos from him.
He put out a couple reloading videos lately. Has been kind of like the angle he's been going lately with the reloads.
Yeah,
which is helpful because the way he explains it, real simple and easy, and shows you what he's talking about. It really helps somebody like me who's trying to learn.
absolutely. Yes, even though I've had my mishaps with, you know, gunsmithing at home, believe it or not, I do actually have a college accredited a certification for gunsmithing. I'm just an idiot, and I don't have all the proper safety equipment.
Well, and plus you got to have time to do that stuff too.
Well, no, it's just that, you know, I didn't realize I'd need, you know, steel gauntlets to take apart a 1911.
Right.
They failed to tell me that one in gunsmithing school.
Now, is that safety requirements in order to like have a business, or is that because I take a 1911 apart all the time and I don't have any of that stuff?
Well, all right. How far have you taken it down, though?
Well, I mean, just a basic field strip, I guess. I'm not like keeping the trigger out and stuff like that.
Here's the thing, okay? Yeah, people say Night Strike. I can't believe you could cut yourself on a 1911. All right, do this. Follow me here for a second. Completely strip your 1911 down, where you take the main spring housing out of your 1911, and then just take one of your fingers and feel the edge where the mainspring housing fits into on the frame. And if that's not sharp, then then somebody has already, before you've gotten your 1911, they've already either smoothed that edge or they machined it differently. But most 1911s, when you remove the mainspring housing, where on the frame of the gun, where the mainspring housing is supposed to slide into, it is very sharp on the frame. And if it's not on your 1911, then okay. But if it is, don't laugh at me and tell me you don't know how I could cut myself.
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of reasons. I mean, there's plenty of accidental bumps and bruises that people get taking their stuff apart. I mean, if you say you haven't been shot in the face with a spring, then you probably haven't put many guns together.
Oh, I've been shot in the face with a spring several times. But just a spring, not a gun, but a spring.
Yeah, no.
Almost poked my eyeball out with a detent one time.
I lost a spring in a detent putting an AR together. And it was going, I was searching my room for hours. And then my friend came down and he had one of those little, like bowls that mechanics use that are magnetic. You put bolts and stuff in when they're taking stuff apart.
Mm-hmm.
And I just rubbed it across my carpet until I found it.
Yep. So.
There you go. Walter said just use a torch, they'll come right apart.
DTEP62 says I shot my wife in the boob with a spring. Well, I mean, if she was okay with that, okay. But if she's not, you may have to apologize for that one.
Night Strike. You were supposed to say if there's no video, it didn't happen.
No, because I'm not going down that rabbit hole. We already went down a lot of rabbit holes the other night with roll call. I'm done going down rabbit holes. D23 is out there. So, D23, you have an invite if you want to jump in. Check your email.
He said I'd show the video, but I don't want to sleep in the driveway.
Well,
I don't want to punch in the nose from your wife either.
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble for that. No. I don't blame you, D-Temp. I don't. Those women can be vicious. I understand. So what do you have planned for this weekend, Kingpin?
I gotta help my dad work on his gutters tomorrow for a little while, and then Sunday I'll go to the range. And whatever happens in between those places, I don't know.
All right. So, Mr. FNH is out there. So, yep. Did you hear about that letter Trump sent to the World Health Organization?
No, Well, I mean, I might have, but go ahead and give me the details.
He really railed them out. He wrote like a 4 or 5 page letter and really railed them out and said, until they start acting like the World Health Organization and not in China's best interest, then the United States will consider funding them again. But until then, the United States is pulling all funding of the World Health Organization.
Nice. I know Tucker was going crazy for a couple of days because it was leaked out supposedly that Trump was going to go ahead and keep spending money. But that's good. I don't think we should send them any money for any reason. Stop. We don't need them for anything.
Well,
No, we don't need the World Health Organization for anything. Especially not even just the one we have. The one we have is obviously corrupt, but the whole idea behind it's unnecessary.
Yeah, but I get that. I get that. But isn't the World Health Organization just another arm of the UN?
That's what I'm saying. It's redundant, really. I mean,
And unfortunately, you know, we are one of the founding members, if not the founding member of the United Nations.
you can do away with that too.
I know. I know. It's kind of lost its purpose these days. It doesn't do what it's supposed to do.
No,
No, I understand. I understand, D-Temp. We can get anything from John Brown Productions is out there. Hey, John, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I will agree. The CDC is much better than the WHO.
and the CDC sucks balls big time.
Yeah, but they do more work than the World Health Organization.
Yeah, no, I'll give it to them. They're much, much better, but they still suck pretty bad. Who does number two work for?
That reminds me that with the second Austin Powers movie,
Yeah.
like, who do you work for? I'm not going to tell you. Who do you work for? I'm still not going to tell you. Who do you work for? Dr. Evil.
Oh, yeah, the Will Ferrell, yeah.
It's like, that's the only time I found Will Ferrell funny. He's like, well, that was rather easy. Why'd you tell us? Because I can't stand people asking me the question 3 times.
I thought Will Ferrell was pretty good in the college movie. What was that called? Where he, not Owen Wilson, but the other Wilson, Luke Wilson,
Yeah,
and Vince Vaughn. Right? They all were in a college fraternity.
yeah.
That movie was pretty funny, and actually, the movie that he did with Marky Mark, old school. The movie that he did with Marky Mark, I think it's Stepdad or whatever it was, or that was a cute movie. That was good, but I mean, not
I
worth
think,
watching twice.
I think the only good movie that I ever enjoyed Will Ferrell, well, not a good movie, but the only movie which I enjoyed Will Ferrell's acting was in the Austin Power movies. Funnily enough.
The Step Brothers was funny, but I mean that was more of like a long Saturday Night Live episode as opposed to a movie.
Yeah. Hmm.
So what's this director's cut or whatever coming out that Jedi's sticking his nose in everybody's face saying "I told you so, I told you so."
I don't know.
Some type of Star Wars movie or something, some new edit that's coming out.
I haven't heard anything yet, so probably is. Probably a director's cut of not the Rise of Skywalker, but the other one.
Let me see if I'll pull up Jedi's Instagram page because he's been going off.
Well, he hasn't had to work, the last day or two.
Well, apparently he called it a while ago, and everybody told him he was stupid. So he's like, "All right, well, let's." Here we go. Let me see if I can find it. Zack Schneider. Is it supposed to mean something?
A little bit. Keep going.
The Justice League.
Oh, they're doing a Justice League director's cut, I guess.
Oh, here it is. Here's the one. Something about Snyder's cut, whatever that's supposed to mean.
I don't know. D23, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, just make sure you got your TV, low, so I don't get copyrighted. That would suck. All right, so welcome D23.
Thanks for the invite.
Yep. Two Gun Kitty says if it's modern Star Wars, it's beyond re-editing. Yeah, yeah. I kind of feel the same way. The juice is trying to be funny out there. No. Joe Snyder is from the Dukes of Hazzard cut a version of Star Wars at Kingpin. No, he cut it. No, it wasn't Joe Snyder. It was Boss Hogg. He's now playing Boss Nass in the remake they're gonna do of Episode 1.
The Death Star's got a big Confederate flag painted on the top of it.
Exactly. And they're not going to call it Star Wars. They're going to call it Redneck Wars.
Just imagine the first time the trailer was released and they show the Death Star with a big Confederate flag on it. All the leftists would go absolutely insane. Well, more insane than they already are.
Well, only the ones that aren't moderate Democrats. All the socialists and social justice warriors would go insane.
Moderate Democrat doesn't exist.
I'm beginning to think you're right, but
you can have uninformed Democrat, but if you know what the Democrat Party stands for and you still call yourself a Democrat, then you're a radical.
Yeah. Sadly. I like that, G. We got to put that in there. G is saying that they slide across the Millennium Falcon's hood in order to get into the car, get into the spaceship. I like that.
I see collaboration coming.
I see.
You've got the editing. G-Webs has got the ideas. I'll do the promotion. I think we're making a movie here.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen the picture I use when I play video games?
No.
Basically, it's the Millennium Falcon with the General Lee color scheme.
Nice.
That's the image I use when I play video games. My avatar.
Yeah. Two Gun Kitty hit too funny when he said Mitt Romney's a moderate Democrat. And then he said in a county far, far away. The Millennium Falcon runs on moonshine.
It might actually. Let's see. Yeah. Let me screen share real quick. How does that work? You see that?
Yeah.
Let's see if it works.
That's pretty funny.
That's what I use as my avatar when I play video games. The Millennium Lee. There you go. I love that. It's hilarious. But I also like Dukes of Hazzard, so not everybody's going to like that. I understand that. It's an acquired taste. But, hey, I thought that was gold. That was comedy gold there. So,
I mean, plus, we're all trolls at heart anyway.
I'm not trying to be a troll. I just like the Dukes of Hazzard, and I like Star Wars, and someone put both of them together, and I'm like, hey, I like that.
Yeah, but you don't mind when some people flip out either.
No, if you're gonna flip out, if you're offended, good. I don't care if you're offended. Get over it.
That was the point.
Get over it. Go to a mental hospital. Check yourself in because you got a mental deficiency, my friend. I'm holding no punches back. And the fact that we do hold punches back, and the fact that we let that kind of behavior continue, says that we really want to see the world burn. If someone wigs out because of this, that, or the other, someone should tell them, okay, go check yourself into a mental hospital because you've proven that you can't be a decent human being. You can't tolerate others or tolerate anything that you don't like. I mean, there's shit tons of things I don't like in this world. But do you see me wigging out about it?
No, not really.
No. I may say I don't like it. I may make a conversation about it. But do you see me going off, losing my mind like some people because, my candidate didn't become president?
Speaking of, are you going to vote for Joe Biden?
How can I say this delicately?
It's a setup question, no matter what. So it doesn't. I mean, I'm kind of looking for you to just say no.
I'm not voting for Biden. I'll tell you that right now. I'll be diplomatic. I'm not voting for Biden. I am hashtag never Biden.
Well, then obviously you're not black.
I see more of them vote. I see more of that demographic voting for Trump than anyone.
Did you not hear about Biden's interview on the Breakfast Club?
I don't care about Biden. I in one ear and out the other with Biden.
It was actually, I mean, if he wasn't such a snake and he was just stick with, I was busting balls. It was funny. The dude asked him, he said, "Hey, I need you to come back. So we got plenty more to talk about." And Biden was like, "Look, if you're not sure if you're going to vote for me or you're going to vote for Trump, you ain't black."
Wow, that's just wrong, man. That's just wrong. Well, I'm not going to listen to an interview with Biden. I commented on what he said about the other day. He was going after Trump, saying shit about transparency, and Trump's lying to this and that, and we need to make Trump held accountable. And he said that on Twitter, and I said, well, speaking of accountability, what about you and Obama's Fast and Furious program? When are the people responsible going to be held accountable for that?
Well, that was executive ordered into the memory hole.
Right? But, I'm pretty sure I got banned right after that.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
So I haven't seen any of his stuff pop up on my Twitter feed anymore. So there you go.
My dad got his first taste of the Karen Patrol on Facebook.
No, the Karen Patrol.
I can't remember. He told me the story a couple of times now because it's so funny. But he said that he posted something on one of these videos or whatever, and all the Karens in the world came back about, "I can't believe that you said that. That's oh my gosh." And he said they just wouldn't stop coming, so he eventually just deleted the message. He's not into that kind of stuff. He uses Facebook because it's fun, but he's not like into the internet like that. So like he wasn't aware that the Karen Patrol was out there.
Yeah. The Juice, if you're going to talk about conspiracies, you need to wait till Sunday night and go over to the Gay Frog chat and tell Honda all your conspiracy theories. He wants to hear them. He does.
A flock of Karen.
Yeah. Yes, it is indeed a concern.
And D-Temp says, funny how China virus is racist, but you ain't black isn't. Now, to correct that, it's the European virus. Mario Cuomo said so.
Don't you mean Michael?
Yeah, no. What's that other idiot's name? Andrew Cuomo.
Excuse me. No, it's not Andrew. It's Fredo.
Nah, Fredo's Chris Cuomo.
Fredo. What? Well, you do know they're related. They're brothers.
Yeah. I call Mario and Andrew Papa Doc and Baby Doc, and then Fredo's Fredo.
Because yeah.
Wonder how that guy looks at this. He's got to tell. Like, I don't know if you saw the video of him coming out of the basement, for his coronavirus lockdown. That was so disgusting. Like, he was doing some weird hang loose thing with his wife, and then like a hang loose thing with his daughter, and then he did it to his son, and his son was like, "Dad, you suck." He's got to tell his kids he's an actor. Like, there's no way he tells his kids that that's what he's really like. I mean, how could you face your family and be Chris Cuomo?
I don't know. I honestly don't. Can't tell you.
Like Joe Biden's wife. There's no way you can convince me she loves that man. That she's gonna, drag a man who needs to be enjoying the latter years of his life in peace out in front of the cameras and running for president. That she should be ashamed of herself.
Yeah. Drucifer is saying, I believe a flock of Karens is called a bob, like their haircut.
Ooh. Enrique said that Chris has been caught on tape saying he's an actor on television. Yeah, Rachel Maddow got sued by one of these. I can't remember who it was, but they sued her for defamation. And her lawyer said, you can't take her. This is a quote from her lawyer, not verbatim, but pretty close. You can't take what she says seriously because she's an actress.
Sorry. If you're on a news station, you're not an actress. You can't. And quite honestly, it doesn't matter because I know the judge is going to say no to that. Your show is on a news station. You can't claim actress status because you're not acting. You're telling people the news. Sorry, it don't work like that. Anyways. What else are they saying out there?
You got any new firearm purchases you're thinking about for the rest of the year?
With what money?
Well, I mean, if you wanted a gun, you could save for it.
I have been. And then I bought like lowers last year, and I still haven't finished them. I've got the lowers finished, but I don't have the uppers.
All right.
So, one of the uppers I'm looking at. The problem is that to finish the rifle, the upper's like $300 or $400 because the configuration. Nobody else makes it in that kind of configuration, so I have to get it from, one retailer online because it's the 9mm build. So
the problem that I have in my situation with building ARs is if I don't get all the parts at one time, it'll take me forever to finish it because I don't have any purpose-built stuff. All my stuff is range stuff because I don't hunt or competition shoot or any of that kind of stuff. So I'll sit here with a lower built for a year because I've got no desire. I'm too lazy to go back on the internet and finish it.
Enrique, that might be the case, But when it's when it's on a national channel, you can still hold the channel. If they can't hold Rachel Maddow accountable, they can hold CNN accountable for the defamation because CNN allowed Rachel Maddow to do that because she's on the channel. So.
Yeah, but the reason, I mean, Rogan's still in business is because they got billionaires that own the companies who don't care. They'll pay out lawsuits. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. I mean, think about it. If you own CNN and the ratings and the joke that it's become, and really always has been, would you keep pumping money into it? No, because it's a business. You'd shut it down or fire all the people and start over. But it's not a business. It's Democrats on television. It's the left on television. So Jeff Bezos doesn't care, or Zucker doesn't care. How bad Don Lemon's ratings are. He's still going to pay his paycheck.
Yeah. Sadly.
Mr. FNA says he's going to get some more reloading stuff for a 223.
Oh my!
Did you reload any of your stuff?
No, I don't. Half the ammo I use is steel case.
Right.
I mean, I've got 45, I've got 9mm, and I've got 357 SIG. Okay, the rest is 22, and you know how hard it is to even try and reload 22, so it's no point. And I got 556, and or 223, and 308. And the 308 and the 223, I've just right now lately I've just been buying steel case from PSA because that's, and with the prices these days, I'd rather just get steel case because I really can't afford the increase on brass, unfortunately. And also, I got 7.62 by 39, and I buy steel case because that's what the AK was designed for. It seems rather stupid to get brass ammo when I can get a whole can of steel case ammo for really cheap.
Yeah.
Because it's 7.62 by 39. So. Uh-oh. The Rolling Trip is buying a new tractor. What kind of tractor are you getting, Trip? Are you getting a diesel or are you getting a gasoline tractor? Because, there is a difference. There is a difference. Because
is he talking about like a lawnmower, or are you talking about like a farm type tractor?
I believe he's talking about a farm type tractor.
Yeah, they're not cheap. People think farmers are like, poor, run of the mill kind of. If you got a big farm, then you might not be super rich in your profit, but you got a lot of money going through your hands.
Now, I have a tractor. It's a small utility tractor, but I use it primarily for just dragging logs and more or less just mowing lawn when I have to. But it's a diesel tractor, an old Ford 1710s, which that means it was made in 1986. Before Ford sold their entire tractor division off, and they sold it off to New Holland. So.
Yeah, Walter Davis said, "No cash and $1 million in machines." That's the farmer.
You got a Deere 3025E. Ooh, let's see. Oh, very nice. Did you get it with the front loader, Trip? Yeah, you got it with the loader, the bush cutter, the bush hog, and a set of forks. Awesome.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah. My Ford 1710. It's not the greatest, but it gets the job done for cutting the lawn and pulling logs. Because I just got like I went to one of the automotive stores and got one of those tow chains, and basically I just wrap the tow chain around a log, hook it onto the back of the tractor. I just pull the log if I need to. Because I've got tons of trees that fall down all the time because of the weather here. So the only way to move them, otherwise they'd be immobile, would be to cut them in segments and then just drag them.
And
I wish my tractor had a front loader, and I wish I had a bush hog. I do not have a bush hog. All I have is a finish mower for my tractor. So that kind of makes me unhappy. But hey.
Do you burn wood at your house?
Huh?
Or do you have like central heat?
No, I've got heat pumps, air conditioner, heater. But the thing is, I've got multiple window units just around the house, just because the factor that the sometimes the AC doesn't cool enough. So.
Yeah, but do you have a wood fire, like a wood stove?
No, I do not. I don't do any of the wood stove stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trip. Send me pictures, because I'd be interested to see what yours looks like, because I am a big tractor guy. Mr. F&H, sometimes they call them brush hogs, sometimes they call them bush hogs, and sometimes they call them brush or bush cutters. Don't ask me why. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I've always heard them called bush hogs.
I've always heard them called bush hogs, but maybe in the Arctic North where Mr. F&H lives, I guess they call them brush hogs. Never heard about that. Uh-oh, G23 lost connection. Roland Trip got the 4x4 version with the differential lock. Nice.
He said bush hog is a brand name, apparently.
It is a brand name, but more or less it's just people use it as use the term.
Like Kleenex.
Yeah. So. Well, if I ever get those pictures, Trip, I will definitely look at them. I mean, my tractor's nothing to scoff at. It's got rust on it. It's old, but hey, it still works and does what I need it to. So until it stops doing that, then I'll have to do something else. Because I've looked at it, and even in the condition my tractor's in, it's only worth about $5,500.
You're talking about resale value?
Resale value, yeah. So, but I mean, I don't need a big tractor. I just need one that can, that has a loader. I really need one that has a loader and has a backhoe. And you know what a backhoe is? It's just it's the arm with the cup on it to dig into the ground.
Why don't you check the internet? I'm sure you could find some used stuff or some salvage stuff somewhere.
I have, but the problem is they all want cash up front. And
how much do they ask them?
For a used backhoe or a used front loader, it's some people ask for like $2,000 or $3,000.
Wow.
And new ones are about $5,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
At least for the one, because I'd have to buy a third party in order to get it on my tractor, and they, the new ones, they want like $5,000. I'm like, no, I'm good, because I've got an old Ford instead of like a newer John Deere. All right, he sent the email. Let's check it out. Hey, I don't mind talking about tractors. I like tractors.
And my
Ooh.
parents collect model tractors, so I get to hear about all that kind of different Alice chambers and all that kind of stuff all the time.
Ooh, check this one out. Check that out. That's nice.
Now, is it hard to cut your grass with something like that and make it look decent, or is it pretty much just you don't care what it looks like as long as it's cut?
Well, with that the bush hog is meant to get brush, and it's meant to get. It's not meant to do a lawnmower style cut. It's meant just to cut all the bushes and the brush down to a certain height, and then
Yeah,
you can go over it with a finish mower.
and the picture was all blurry. I
So
couldn't see it. Now that I see what it, I thought it was a mower deck on the back at first.
it's it's meant for cutting pastures more or less, and areas of which have where overgrown areas more or less.
Yeah, now that the picture's
You
coming in clear, I can tell. I can see it a lot better.
and he's got the forklift on it, because you can take the bucket off of the front loader, put forklift forks on it, and use it as a forklift as well. So
Yeah.
that's nice. I bet that helps when you're pulling stumps out. I tell you, that's pretty nice. If I could get a new tractor, I'd want one like that. It doesn't necessarily need to be a John Deere, but just a tractor that has that kind of configuration and maybe a backhoe on it. Because I need a backhoe more than I need a brush hog. But yeah, that's nice. So,
What do you need a backhoe for?
well, I've got a lot of stumps in that area where I shoot. There's a
Yeah.
lot of stumps I got to pull out, and a lot of trees leftovers from trees that were cut that I got to just get out of there. And it's either I start. I hate to say this, but I call the fire department out and have them do a controlled burn, or I go out and I just get the backhoe and I just dig everything out and do it myself. And
I don't know how life is in South Carolina, but you can call the fire department and have them light your woods on fire.
well, if you want to clear an area, there's one method of clearing an area is called a controlled burn, where they burn all the brush and all the trees and whatnot in a certain area, and they always have like a fire truck nearby or a couple of them to put the fire out once they're done. But it's
Yeah,
called a controlled burn.
yeah. I've never heard of anybody doing that wasn't like a developer or something like that. Like just clearing your own backyard. I've never heard of anybody doing that.
I mean, you can do it. It can be done. You just have to be a landowner. That's really all it is. Yeah, yes. I know developers do it more so because, well, they've got more money. But the thing is, when it comes to how many acres you need cleared, trying to hire someone to do that. Okay, listen, I have 30 acres back there, give or take, and all of that brush has come back up. Now the problem is, in order to get it cleared, to put down some gravel and put up some mounds so I can have a proper shooting range back there, it would cost me about $15,000 to have one small area that I want for a long range shooting range back there, instead of the 25 to 50 yards that I've got right now.
How far are you trying to? How far is long range?
I can get up to probably I'd say about 1,000 yards back there.
Wow,
So
that's pretty cool, man.
But yeah.
Yeah, one of the kids, they're still talking about the control burns in the chat. One of my neighbors when I was a kid, they when they moved, I guess they donated their house or whatever to the local fire department, and they lit it on fire.
Yeah. Well, some areas, depending on where you live, don't require you to call the fire department. Some areas don't.
I live in Maryland, so
my area does. Okay, the county I live in, if you're going to do any controlled burns, you need to call them, and if it's going to be a large area, they have to come and oversee it. That's just how you got to do it here. Okay, but in other parts of the country, it's different depending on your county, your state, your city, your state. Okay.
yeah, my parents' next door neighbor right now, I think it's like 4th of July or something, has this giant bonfire. Right now his bond or whatever, like the stack of wood that he's got, is probably 15 feet high by like 30 feet wide. It's like a massive, massive fire. And he's got to call the fire department and tell them when he's going to light it and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But that's just a bonfire. That's not him like clearing a field or anything like that.
Yeah. As I said, it depends on your state, your city, your county, depending on where you live. Okay. Some states are like, as long as you put it out after you light it on fire, we don't care. Some areas are like that. Some areas are little, some areas have had wildfires before, and they're like, okay, we're going to come out and inspect it though when you're doing it. It's dependent on the area and the laws and whatnot. So, because I can do controlled burns for like brush out here, and all I have to do is just call the fire department. If it's just small stuff like leaf fire, just burning all the leaves. But if it's anything bigger than that, I have to call them out for like a contained burn, a controlled burn.
Yeah.
Like if I'm doing more than a pile of leaves and sticks, then they get uppy on you. And that's just in my area. Okay. So.
Yeah, when I was young, I used to light a lot of fields on fire, but that's a whole different story.
Oh, don't even get me started on ground hornets. Yeah. I hate ground hornets. And if you're going to ask what ground hornets are, usually what they do is they dig a hole in the ground, and then the whole hive is in that hole in the ground. And let me tell you, try going over one of those holes with a lawnmower and pissing the entire nest off. And you're just using a push mower.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't know what ground hornets are, good for you. You don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
Yeah. When I was a kid, there was a field across the street from my house was full of them. Like the guy would cut in the grass, and he had one of those tractors like a rolling trip had, because he had a real big field, so he just knocked it all down real fast. And he had a good 3 or 4 different hives in his field. They would tear him up constantly.
Ooh, we got some more pictures.
He started using pumping gas down in there and killing them as soon as he would find them.
Yeah. You see this?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it. There it goes. There it goes. Yep. He's clearing out the land. That looks good. That's good. It looks like he's got a cart for that too. Okay, good. No, wait. No, that's the forks. Never mind. That's the front of the vehicle. All right. There we go. That's a good day's work right there. Look at that. I'm impressed.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. If you cleared that whole area in one day, that's a lot.
Yeah. That's nice. That is nice. A really nice tractor too. So good job on that one. Yeah. So. All right. What's Walter Davis saying about ground hornets? He's saying ground hornets are nasty. Hit the nest and they would attack the tractor. Have to jump off and run, leave the tractor in gear, and catch it at the end of the field. Yeah.
Yep. That sounds about right.
That sounds about right. You know, we have them here. We have them in South Carolina too. But I think I've only ever run over one on the tractor once. So what I did is I put the tractor in high gear, and I put it in the fastest gear I could, and tried to outrun the Hornets. Did I?
No.
I had about a 50-50 chance. You know? I might have gotten stung once or twice, but that's about it.
Drusifer made a good point. When you're going to burn the ground hornet's nest, pour gas down there and light it on fire, watch out for flying flames coming out of that hole.
Yeah.
Bees on fire working out of that hole.
Absolutely. So what are they saying out there? Let them out of their cell to go vote Democrat. Wow. I didn't realize ground hornets were Democrat.
Mystic, Gary, and New Outcast join us. Said Mystic Guns, Gizzard Gary, and New York Outcast are in the house.
Yep. Well, we're about done here. I think we've lasted the hour. I think it's time to kick back and do something else. So, thanks G23 for coming in and hanging out with us. Thank you Kingpin for being here.
Yeah, man.
Guys out there that were taking part of the chat and hanging out with us. And Trip, thanks for sending those emails in and showing us that awesome tractor of yours, man. That is very nice. And clear that land clearing you're doing, that's pretty good too. That's cool. I wish we could get more of that. I could show more of that off because it would be nice to be able to show more of that kind of thing off. Not me myself doing it, obviously, because I already doing it enough in my backyard. But someone else sending pictures and other stuff like that, because that's more interaction than we normally get. So it's nice. So thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for hanging out. So everyone have a great weekend. You guys kick back and just take it easy. If you can't, well then I hope you can kick back and take it easy soon. So with that, we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you guys next week, I guess. I guess I'll do this again. I'll try and keep it on time and do it at 6 Eastern instead of 7. But again, I had to take care of family, and you know how it is taking care of family. So nothing needs to be said about that. So we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for hanging out with us. And until then, you guys stay safe and shall not be infringed.
Peace out.
No. Check out the what was it? What is it? What's Gary's show this evening?
Gary's show is Foul Territory at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, check out Foul Territory. I heard the bird is the word.
I've heard that. It is true.
I've heard bird is the word. So check out Foul Territory tonight at 9 Eastern. So with that, we'll see you later. Take it easy.
Have a nice day.
Shall not be infringed.
Yeah, and that too. You know the thing. The thing. You know the thing.
Adios, Felicia.
See you at the
turn this darn thing off. I'll see you on the next one.